Welcome to the BLF Templates and Customization walkthrough. In this video, we'll cover 3 tabs in phone management that let you personalize the phone experience for your tenants: BLF Templates, logos, and customer parameters. BLF Templates define programmable key layouts for desk phones, busy lamp field keys that monitor extension status, speed dials, parking orbits, DND toggles, and more. Logos let you upload custom wallpapers and branding that display on phone screens across all resolutions. And customer parameters give you tenant-level configuration overrides, things like display brightness, volume levels, ringtone names, and notification settings that apply to all phones for that customer, sitting between the global defaults and individual phone overrides. Together, these 3 features give you complete control over how phones look, feel, and behave for each tenant. Let's start by looking at the BLF Templates tab. Navigate to Phone Management and click the BLF Templates tab. Here you can see all the templates defined for Wicked Sprockets. Each template belongs to a specific phone manufacturer: Fanvil, Grandstream, Yeelink, or Softphone, because each make has different programmable key capabilities. The list shows the template name, the make, how many keys are configured, and when it was last updated. Notice there are multiple templates per make: a default template that works for most phones, plus specialized templates like the Grandstream 2160 call center template that has 40 keys configured with agent login and pause buttons. Templates are assigned to individual phones on the Phones tab, so different users can have different key layouts even within the same office. The number of phones currently using each template is shown in the assigned column. You can also clone any template to use it as a starting point for a new one. Let's open the Fanvil default template to see how it's configured. At the top, you select the tenant, give the template a name, and choose the phone make. The make determines which key groups and positions are available. This comes from the key layout JSON stored on each phone model. Below that is the Skip Own Extension checkbox. When enabled, any BLF key that targets the phone's own extension is automatically removed, and the remaining keys shift up. This is the default behavior because you don't need to monitor your own extension. Disable it for phones with printed paper key labels where positions must stay fixed. The Programmable Keys table is the heart of the template. Each row defines a key position with a key group, like DSS keys, virtual programmable keys, or line keys. A position number, the key type, a value, a label, and optionally an LED color for makes that supported. The key types include BLF for monitoring extension presence, speed dial for one-touch dialing, line for additional SIP registrations, DND for do not disturb toggle, parking for call parking orbits, agent login and agent pause for call center agents, call flow for day and night mode switching, and CID slot for caller ID selection. You can drag rows to reorder them. And the Autofill Extensions button lets you quickly populate BLF keys for all tenant extensions. To create a new template, click New Template, or clone an existing one. Let's look at the Grandstream 2160 call center template as an example. This one has 40 keys across 2 key groups. The VPK group covers the physical keys on the phone, and the MPK group covers the virtual keys that appear on the LCD screen. For a call center agent, you'd typically assign line keys in position 1 for their SIP registration, then BLF keys for the extensions they need to monitor, like reception, their supervisor, and other team members. Further down, you'd add agent login and agent pause keys, so agents can log into queues and toggle their pause status directly from a key press. Parking keys let agents park calls on specific orbits and see when a parked call is waiting. The label column supports 2 variables. Curly brace X'd resolves to the phone's extension number, and curly brace name resolves to the display name. When a label is left blank, an auto-generated default is used. For BLF keys, that's the target extension number and name. For parking keys, it's parking number 1, 2, 3, and so on. After saving, any phones assigned to this template will pick up the changes on their next provisioning cycle. or you can push them immediately with a bulk resync. Now let's look at the Logos tab. This is where you upload custom wallpapers and branding for phone screens. Each customer can have their own logo that displays on all their phones. Select the customer from the drop-down. Here we can see Wicked Sprockets already has a logo uploaded. When you upload a source image, which can be SVG, JPG, PNG, BMP, or WebP, the system automatically generates multiple resolutions to match different phone screen sizes. The three standard resolutions are 320 by 240 for entry-level phones like the Fanvil X4U and Grandstream GXP2130, 480 by 272 for enterprise models like the XXU and GXP2160, and 800 by 480 for touchscreen phones like the Fanvil X7C and Yeelink T48S. Each resolution produces both a JPG file for Grandstream and Yeelink phones and a BMP file for Fanvil phones. Since different manufacturers require different image formats, you can fine-tune each resolution independently with the scale slider from 10 to 100% and XY offset controls for precise positioning. The preview cards show exactly how the logo will appear on each screen size. After saving, phones pick up the new wallpaper on their next provisioning cycle. There's also a fallback, the unconfigured logo, which is used for any customer that doesn't have a custom logo uploaded yet. The Customer Parameters tab lets you set tenant-level phone configuration overrides. Select a customer from the drop-down and you'll see all the available parameters. Group by category: display, notifications, power, audio, and system. These parameters sit in the middle of a three-tier priority chain. At the bottom are global defaults, the values that apply to every phone unless overridden. Customer parameters override those defaults for all phones belonging to that customer. And at the top, individual phone overrides, set on the Phones tab, take highest priority. For example, looking at Wicked Sprockets, they've overridden several display settings. The backlight active level is set to 16, backlight dim time is set to 0, which means always on, and the Yeelink backlight level is at 10. Under notifications, they've turned off missed call pop-up, voicemail pop-up, and SMS pop-up, so phones won't interrupt users with pop-up alerts. And under power, power saving is disabled, so screens stay active. The Show overrides only checkbox at the top filters to only show parameters that have customer-level overrides set. Uncheck it to see all available parameters with their current defaults. Parameters are make aware. Some only apply to Fanvil, others only to Grandstream or Yeelink, and the interface groups them accordingly. Let's look at some common parameter overrides and how they work in practice. Display settings are the most frequently customized. Backlight brightness, dim timeout, and power saving control, how the phone screen behaves during idle periods. Audio parameters let you set volume levels for the handset, speakerphone, and headset, plus the ringtone selection and ring volume. These are particularly useful for call center environments where you might want louder ring volumes or specific ringtones to distinguish different teams. The desktop soft keys parameter controls the 4 soft buttons shown on the Fanvil phone's idle screen. The default is History, Contact, DND, and Menu. But Wicked Sprockets has customized it to History, Contact, SMS, and Menu. Each parameter shows its type: text, checkbox, drop-down, or choice, and the input widget matches accordingly. Choice parameters display as a radio button group, making it easy to pick from fixed options like volume levels 1 through 9. After changing any customer parameter, click the Sync Phones button at the bottom to push the updated configuration to all deployed phones for that customer. The provisioning proxy resolves the new values on the next phone check-in, and the changes take effect without a reboot. That covers BLF templates and customization in the admin console. Here's a quick recap. BLF templates define reusable, programmable key layouts per manufacturer. BLF keys for extension monitoring, speed dials, line keys, parking, DND, agent controls, and call flows. Templates are assigned to phones and support autofill, cloning, drag reorder, and skip own extension. Logos let you upload a single source image that automatically generates wallpapers for every phone screen size and format. JPG for Grandstream and Yeelink, BMP for Fanvil, with per-resolution scale and offset controls. Customer parameters provide tenant-level phone configuration overrides that sit between global defaults and individual phone settings, covering display, audio, notifications, power, and system categories. The priority chain is always global default, then customer override, then per-phone override. All three features work together through the provisioning proxy. When you change a template, upload a logo, or modify a parameter, phones pick up the changes on their next check-in, or you can push them immediately with a resync. Check the documentation link below for the complete reference.